Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in here and start with a topic that is definitely going to stir up a heck of a lot of controversy. I recently had a discussion with someone about the concept of right and wrong. Now, at the time I was having this conversation, I was going through some withdrawals because I was switching over a couple of medications, and my brain unfortunately was a little bit foggy at the time. But now that my head is cleared a little bit, I can actually talk about this topic and sound like I at least know something about what I'm talking about. Sometimes it isn't easy to articulate what I'm thinking for a couple of reasons. One, I've got fibromyalgia, so there's a brain fog that goes along with that. Two, I just went through menopause, and that creates a brain fog all on its own. So, needless to say, when I made that medication switch over, my poor brain was mush. So, but anyway, the topic is this concept of right and wrong. Now, the point that I was making was right and wrong is actually a human construct. Right and wrong is not a universal concept. All you have to do is go from society to society, culture to culture, and see that there's some very huge gaps between what one society thinks is right and another society thinks is right. This individual that I was having this conversation with was insistent that right and wrong is a universal concept that even young children, babies, understand even before they have language. So I'm going to present my side of the debate on why I believe that right and wrong is actually a human construct and not a universal spiritual construct. Okay, so first of all, we need to understand how the universe communicates. As humans, we have many, many different languages, but the only language that the universe understands is energy vibration, vibrational frequencies. That is how everything in the universe communicates, because everything in the universe vibrates. Now, because of that, the universe doesn't have its own language. When it comes to energy vibrations, we perceive it as either a high vibration or a low vibration, and everything in between. So at the one end of the scale where you've got the high vibration, the highest form is pure, it's pure love. It is pure, what's the right word? It's not unconditional, because to be unconditional means that you're willing to put up with crap and abuse, and that's absolutely not. Okay, it's more of a pure, unselfish love. And what unselfish love means, it means that you want the absolute best for someone, no matter what it is, no matter what that means, even if it means you can't be in that person's life. On the opposite end of the scale, when you've got the lowest form of vibration, the absolute lowest form is fear. It is that absolute pure mind-numbing fear. A lot of people think that the opposite of love is hate. No, hate is just another form of fear. So, because of this, the energy vibrations that the universe puts out is either high or low or anything in between and has no actual verbal language. When we perceive these energies, it's our brain that makes the translation into our own language as to what the universe is trying to communicate with us. And the same thing goes in the other direction. When we are speaking, when we are thinking and feeling, there's an energy signature that goes along with it, and that's what the universe is perceiving. And once again, the universe is perceiving our energy as either a high vibration or a low vibration, and all the different frequencies in between. So when we are having a snit, fit, and raging, the universe is raging with us because it's matching that energy. And when we're deliriously happy and jumping for joy, the universe is joyful with us because it's matching our energy. It's the energy that we're putting out. Now, energy is not right or wrong, it just is. And that's why right and wrong is a human construct, because we've given it a label as to whether it's right or wrong. Is love right? In our own concept, yes, we believe it's right. What some people call love can be perceived as not being right, especially if it's selfish. But then when it's selfish, it's not really love. Is fear wrong? Not necessarily, because fear in itself can either protect us or it can hold us back from our greatness. Fear has a purpose. Love has a purpose. All of those emotions in between have a purpose. Every thought we think, every emotion we feel has an energy vibration, and it also has a chemical signature. And this is how we communicate with the universe, and the universe communicates with us. It is that energy vibration. One of the points that this other individual was trying to make to illustrate their point of view was, okay, then, if right and wrong is a human construct, then there's a possibility that a place in another dimension, that murder would be right. And of course, my response was, of course. But then there's one thing that you got to think of here. Okay? The whole concept of killing another being is not something that you have to go to another dimension to find the rightness or wrongness of it. It's right here in this one. It's right here in this society. The right and wrong is determined by the individual and the laws of the society. And especially when it comes to the killing of another person, there are some societies right here, right now, in this day and age, where taking someone's life is perfectly acceptable. And it's the right thing to do. Look at capital punishment. There's a perfect example right there. And here's another one. And this is a tough one to wrap your brain around. How about those people who believe in euthanasia? Okay. For the people who are very, very ill and suffering, and their life is absolute misery, and they just can't handle it anymore, and they just want the pain to end. it is our belief that it is a mercy to allow them to die. And of course, at that point, we believe in the ending of that individual's life to be the right thing to do because it ends their suffering. So, right and wrong, it's definitely a human construct because we're the ones sitting here making up all these labels for the different energies that are floating around. We're the ones who give them names. The universe only views energy as a high vibration or a low vibration or whatever combination in between. So, and there's so many conversations that we could have over debating what's right, what's wrong, where we figure in the equation, where our energy is. And this is why one of the classes that I insist that any students I have take is the ethics, because the ethics definitely communicates the ideas of high vibrations and low vibrations rather than this concept of right and wrong. Because right and wrong is, as I said, it's a human construct and it's a very subjective term, and it depends on the society that you live in, what you've been raised with. It has absolutely nothing to do with what the universe is putting out. The universe isn't putting out those types of rules. Now, the whole idea of small children and babies before they know language, knowing what right and wrong is, it's still not right and wrong. They're still communicating on the energy level, as in, is it a high vibration or low vibration? High vibration because it moves towards the pure love. That's going to feel good. It's going to feel right without putting a label on it, without putting a name on it. All they know is that feels wonderful. Or the low vibrations, they know that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel right. It's ew, icky, yucky, ugh. Because that's the impact that vibrational energy has on our bodies. Body, mind, and spirit, because of course everything is connected. So, the little ones, they know what love is. They don't put a name to it because they don't have the language yet. Before they have the language, all they know is that love feels wonderful. And at the opposite end of the scale, when mom or dad are upset, or when people around them are upset, and the energy vibration is low, and it feels icky, then that's when they cry. That's when they feel icky. So that's what they're responding to. Not this concept of right and wrong. They're responding to energy. They're responding to your vibrational energy. And that keeps it simple. And I think one of the things that we have a tendency to do as a society is we tend to overcomplicate things. And especially when it comes to the laws or rules of society, we are being micromanaged to death. Too many rules, too many regulations, too many fine lines drawn between this whole concept of right and wrong. And let me tell you something. We can sit here and we can point fingers at other cultures and society and say that concept is wrong. but from their point of view and in their lives, that concept is absolutely truth. It is absolutely right. And they believe it every bit as strongly as we may believe it's wrong. So, who's right and wrong? That's definitely a big debate. So instead of trying to push rules and regulations of what's right and what's wrong, try to encourage the idea of the high vibrations towards love and getting away from the low vibrations that move towards fear. And I could go on and on and on forever about this topic, but I think that it's going to branch off into some other topics, and I think I'll save them for another day. I think right now, just this whole concept of energy and how it moves and communicates and vibrates and how it influences our concepts of right and wrong, I think that's probably enough for the moment. So, ponder that for a while. And I'm going to ponder what I'm going to do next. Okay, have a great day. If you like what you see, click like. If you know somebody who would like this, then click share. If you want to see more, click subscribe. And if you've got some comments or ideas, please make your comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.